What's up, everybody? Episode 8 of the Cellar Dwellers Sportscast Baseball Edition. I am Jake Salter. Along with me is Rob Schnitzer again. How you doing, Rob?
Hello.
Thank you for
la,
not.
la.
Oh my God!
For not waving at you.
No, thank you for not waving at me. And you can wave now because we already said hello.
I
That's
can do the queen wave.
There you go. Wrist, or whatever. Elbow,
I don't know
wrist.
how to do it.
It's all
Just in the wrist.
Side to side,
something
side
like
to side.
that, yeah.
All right. And also with me all the time, it seems like, is Francis Parkman. And now
Friends
he's waving.
forever.
Friends forever. We went on a Zack Attack kick before we got on.
Oh my God!
We might treat
There's
you.
always a Zack Attack kick in my brain.
We might treat you to some of that later on. Maybe tonight, maybe not tonight. But yeah, no, it was fun. Anyway, welcome again. Thank you for joining us. Cellar Dwellers Sportscast Baseball. Of course, we have not done a football podcast. I'll explain why in a minute. But you can still follow us on Facebook. Facebook.com/CD Sportscast. Twitter at CD Sportscast and YouTube as well. You can always email us at cdsportscast@hotmail.com for suggestions, feedback, comments, or tell Jeff that he sucks.
I'm going to do that right now.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah.
Send an email.
CD Sport.
Send an
it's
email.
cdsportscast@hotmail.com. It's real
fingers
simple.
aren't as fast.
Would that count as like an inner office email?
You know, I'm not. I mean, kind of. I think so.
All right. Take it.
But anyway, substituting for the bringer of beer, Jeff, is, of course, Rob tonight for the baseball episode. What did you bring for us tonight, Rob?
I brought the Busch Light and, very fittingly, a 6-pack of Rona.
Yeah, we got some Ronas going on in this bitch tonight.
You'll see why it's fitting in a moment.
Yes. So, show highlights, of course, brought to you by nobody because this one isn't sponsored, but Twins COVID concerns. We're watching the series finale right now of the Twins and A's. It's been a crap show. It's not been a great game.
Sloppy game.
Very
Super
sloppy. But they have a lot of people with COVID concerns, hence the Rona beer. Another no-no in the Major League Baseball. And then also we will recap the first installment of Dodgers and Padres, because that's a fun rivalry.
That's going to be good all season long.
Fernando Tatis did return from that weird, gruesome-ish shoulder injury. And then, of course, we will finish out the show with our fantasy baseball challenge, last week's results and this week's draft, and overall results as well. But before we get started, we got something fun coming up next week, guys.
Yes.
You want to tell us what it is, Francis?
Yes, as we mentioned last week, we are doing a live NFL draft show on Thursday, April 29th. I think we're starting 6:15. I think is tentative 6:15, 6:30.
6:15. Yeah. Well, the online show is definitely going to start at 6:30.
At 6:30. Okay.
So we'll hit the record button and the live button there, and you can follow us on Facebook Live. We're going to have Facebook Live going all night.
Yeah.
And then also we're going to be on Spreaker.com as well, where you can interact and chat with us there too. So a couple of different avenues you can listen to us.
Yeah,
on.
we are going to be doing first round coverage. First round only because we do get rather busy on weekends and whatnot. So I'm excited for it. We're going to have BYOB, obviously, and then we're going to make some food. I think we're going to do some food, I believe, for the people that want to join us. And
Yep. Yeah, we sent out a few invitations. Probably need to send out a few more, just to be safe. But we wanted to make sure that if people wanted to come and were comfortable enjoying an in-person draft party, they certainly could. And, hop on the podcast and discuss some stuff every once in a while. We do have a special guest that is going to be joining us. I guess we could just say it.
We do?
Yeah. Steve Miller's going to be hanging out with us all night long.
I thought we told him that Miller was going to be with us, but
maybe not. I'm not really too sure.
Yeah, Miller's going to grace us with his presence, I guess. He's super excited.
I'm super excited. So I think what we decided too is we will not do a baseball episode next week as well in preparation for the draft. So we'll see you next Thursday night, April 29th, 6:30.
Live for the NFL draft.
It'll be a lot of fun.
Super excited for it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Rob's not going to be there because he doesn't love us or
Dry
football.
your eyes. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
It's more like this, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's fair. But yeah, for those of you who haven't gotten a Facebook invite or haven't or don't go on Facebook, you just listen to our podcast. Reach out to us.
Yes.
Get directions. See if you can come hang out and talk NFL draft with us.
It'll be a lot of fun. And, of course, we will record the entire episode and put it up on Spreaker as well.
Yes.
So all of that will be available. But, hey, with that, let's get into some news and notes from Major League Baseball. Which one of you guys wants to go about it? Me?
Yep. You look like you want
it.
All right,
I just got pointed at. It's fine. The Minnesota Twins did have a COVID scare this past weekend, resulting in the postponement of the final 2 games against the Los Angeles Angels and the first game of 3 against Oakland. They did end up with a doubleheader yesterday, which they lost both games. That was terrible. Yeah,
it was not good.
No, it was terrible.
At least it was only 14 innings of terrible.
That's fair. I don't think they scored at all. Did they?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I thought they got 1 run.
Yeah, they
one
might
or
have.
2.
1 run in both games.
Yeah.
Either way, it doesn't matter.
1 total run.
Those affected, Max Kepler, which he's hitting like crap, Kyle Garlick, Caleb Thielbar were placed on the COVID IL. The team played a straight doubleheader Tuesday, like I just mentioned, against Oakland. Today, they actually called up their final person off of the taxi squad. They have nobody left on it right now.
I was wrong. The Twins scored 0 runs yesterday.
That's what I thought.
In 14 innings.
I feel like they didn't score at all. So,
how long until they call it the Uber Squad?
Wah, wah.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, that's
yes.
That's bad.
Jeez, that was not good.
even for a dad joke,
it wasn't supposed to be good.
Even for Rob, that was awful. And here we are laughing at it.
Yeah. Are we laughing at the joke, or are we laughing at Rob?
Please laugh at me.
Yes.
Laughing
at yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I appreciate it. I'll take it.
All right. Chicago White Sox pitcher Carlos Rodon threw the second threw the second no-hitter of the season on Thursday. He had 7 Ks on 114 pitches. And the play of the game, Jose Abreu, first baseman, saved the perfect game to lead off the 9th, stopping a Josh Naylor grounder and sliding into first base to beat him and record the out. Rodden then lost the perfect game after he hit the next batter on the back foot, I believe.
I believe he didn't try to get out of the way.
I don't think he
did
either.
Would do something like that.
He stood in and took that pitch.
Certainly nobody on the Mets that I watch would do that.
No.
The Mets have integrity. That's fine.
Yes.
Their whole organization is full of. But yeah, I watched it. I'm just not going to get into the Mets. No, I like the Mets. I watched the 9th inning of this no-hitter. The play by Abreu, I'm surprised he didn't blow his knee out on that slide, because he slid straight-legged into the bag and he hit the side of the bag hard.
That looked rough.
It was not okay. As far as Roberto Perez, leave it to a Cleveland Indian player to be a dick about things.
Right.
Like he could have got out of the way, and I mean, you weren't gonna win. It was 8-0. You weren't gonna win the game.
Here's the thing, too. Like, if it were me, I would just have the instinct to be like, I ain't getting hit by that damn ball.
Yeah,
like,
already
I'm
lost
gonna
the
move.
game.
Yeah,
just get out of the way.
I'm just instinctively gonna move.
Especially
though.
in the foot.
Yeah. Well, I saw Nelly Cruz get hit in the back foot. He's been hobbling all day.
Well, he's also
years
old.
I was to say he's also like 17 years older than Roberto
Doesn't
Perez.
matter. What the point of the matter is he tried to get out of the way of a ball hit at him, and that was thrown at him, and that was a changeup. I think that hit him, a breaking ball.
That hit Cruz.
Yeah.
I think it was a slider that hit Perez on through, but still, like that was,
it's ridiculous.
Not a fan.
Hands down, it's ridiculous. Whatever.
Good for Rodon though.
F you Perez.
Last few seasons he battled through a lot of injuries. I think I don't recall the injuries, but I know like the last 2 years he's pitched in like 4 games total. So to come out this year and get
Rodon.
Godzilla's
Rodon. I think
Rhodes.
it was. I think it's Rodon.
Rudes.
I'm just going to call him Rodan.
Rodan. That's not.
What up, Los? Carlos. I'm just calling him Los.
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 Like Kyle
in
Los?
the mid-aughts when the
Loesch.
Mets
It
had
was Loesch.
Carlos
Yes, I
Delgado and Carlos Beltran, they were Los Dos.
Los Dos.
Los Dos.
All right. Dumb. Anyway.
Yeah, moving on.
Ouch.
Love you, Rob. Dodgers Padres round 1. Fernando Tatis Jr. did return for the Padres, like we mentioned. 8 combined errors in the series, 5 by the Dodgers.
Yes,
Yikes.
That game 1 had 6 total errors, 3 by each team in that game. That first game actually went extra innings, so they got to play the awesome runner on second rule.
God, I hate that rule. So bad.
In the 12th, it didn't much matter who was on second because the Dodgers scored 5 runs to win the game. A lot of great pitching in this series, or great pitching matchups, I should say. This one, though, was probably the least exciting. Walker Buehler for the Dodgers going against Ryan Weathers. Never heard of Ryan Weathers.
Walker Buehler, doesn't that sound like a country artist or something? And now to the stage at the Grand Ole Opry, Walker Buehler.
Walker Buehler.
Yeah, howdy, y'all.
Here's a song about my truck.
Hey.
Oh, that's right.
I resent that. Right
You
now.
resemble that comment.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Now I lost my train of thought. Sorry. Oh, yeah. So look at lost my truck of thought.
So stupid.
He had to get the bad jokes out of the way. He's picking up steam now. He's getting better.
He's getting better. Yeah.
That first game for the Padres looked like it was a bullpen game because I'm fairly certain they used 12 pitchers in that game, and the starter Ryan Weathers only went 3 2/3. Only gave up the 1 hit and no runs, but unless it was an injury that forced him out, I didn't get a chance to see the game because I refuse to overpay for watching out-of-market baseball games, but that's just me. Couple homers in that game. Seager, Tatis Jr., first game back, goes yard, as he should. Taylor Rogers keeps struggling to find the strike zone. That's cool.
He's got 2 outs in the 8th, though. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
So I'm kind of surprised that Tatis's shoulder isn't bothering him more than it is by the looks of it. I mean, maybe it is, and we just don't know, but he can swing a bat, that's for sure.
So I guess I have some experience with this. You remember last year when I took a tumble in the outfield, I strained my shoulder. There are times, even now today, and this might just be there's something more wrong with my shoulder than we know, where if there's weight on it, I can still feel like the impact from when I hurt myself.
Sure, yeah.
So, I mean, most days, everyday activity is fine, but there'll be a day where it's like something happens and you're just like, wow, why does my shoulder hurt? And
you're like, oh yeah.
Like, oh yeah, I tumbled in the outfield. I'm pretty sure I put a dent in the planet that day. That hurt a lot. Sorry.
Pretty sure you didn't. Anyway, game 2.
Wow, rude.
Game 2?
No, you talk. You hurt my feelings.
Oh, Jesus. Game 2, Dodgers 2, San Diego 0. Kershaw versus Darvish in this one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Kershaw, 6 innings pitched, 2 hits, 8 strikeouts, 2 walks, and got the dub.
Got the dub.
Darvish, 7 innings pitch, 1 hit. Is that 1 hit?
That is, yes.
Just the number 1.
Just
yeah.
7 innings pitch,
1 earned run.
1 earned run.
Must be a reference to Jake.
Oh, God. 9 strikeouts.
It wasn't, but it is now.
2 walks and took the L. Justin Turner homered, and the game ended on a diving catch by Mookie Betts with runners on second and third. Did not see it. Francis, did you?
It was beautiful. It was hit to the. It was a line drive by Tommy Pham, hit to the gap between the left center field gap. Mookie, full sprint, lays out, catches it probably closer to the palm of his glove.
Ouch.
Or like on the heel of his glove. Somehow manages to squeeze onto it enough for the ball to not pop out. It was reviewed. Call stood. Game was over.
Dang.
Beautiful play.
That's crazy.
I think I saw, was that the play where there was a supposed 10% chance of, or 10% of people would catch that as far as major leaguers, as far as the stat cast?
I mean, probably.
Or 10% successful catch
Yeah.
rate.
Oh,
I don't know what the stat
Oh, like
is
a
called,
stat
but-
cast
Yeah.
type of thing. Yeah.
yeah, I didn't see that part of it, but Byron Buxton would have caught it standing up, but that's it's just Byron
In the
Buxton.
web.
Yeah, that's fine.
Jacob deGrom wouldn't have allowed that to be hit.
That's fair.
Since we're just making stuff up.
I mean, that's accurate.
We don't even care.
No, we care.
A little bit. Yeah. Who let him run the Sounders?
Me.
I'm gonna take the Sounders away from
No,
you
you're
one
not.
day.
Go ahead with game 3.
Sorry. Last thing about game 2 was Kershaw got the game-winning RBI in the. I believe it was in the 6th inning. He got a walk, a bases-loaded walk to bring in the eventual winning run. Game 3, we had Trevor Bauer, the national treasure, according to most of us.
National treasure.
According to most of us, versus Blake Snell.
Okay, Trevor.
Hey, Rob.
Why don't you stop talking for a while?
No, it's fine.
Why are you on his side?
Because if I wasn't, I'd have to be on your side.
I'm going to mute you both.
Do
the show by myself.
Do it. Go ahead, do it.
Fine. Mute. All right, game 3, San Diego 5, Dodgers 2, Bauer versus Snell. Bauer, 6 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 7 Ks, 1 walk, no decision there. And Snell also 5 innings pitched, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, 7 strikeouts, 2 walks, and also no decision. I changed my mind. You guys can talk now.
Oh, now we're okay to talk.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't know how I got lumped in. I didn't do anything wrong. It's because I don't like Trevor Bauer.
That's what you did wrong. It's not like Trevor Bauer.
Jackass!
Anyway, home runs by Dodgers' Chris Taylor and San Diego's Jake Cronenworth.
Yes.
Never heard of that guy.
Yeah. Not a whole lot to this game. I'm wondering if Blake Snell got pulled early in the game. I mean, he definitely didn't do anything to lose it, but I know there was
be
some.
The first time.
There was some. What do you want to call it? Some Bauer BS, I guess, after the game.
Really?
He was trolling the Padres after that 5-2 game that the Dodgers had lost.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Trying to talk some smack, but yeah. So that good series. What are we? 2-1 in favor of the Dodgers?
2-1 Dodgers, yeah.
And I believe they play this weekend in L.A.
That'll be fun. There's going to be a lot more of that this year, too, because of the protocols and the schedule that they put in place. And also, who knows, could be a potential playoff.
First-round matchup.
Yeah, I hate that.
Division series matchup. Yeah. Two best teams going at it right away. But, okay, whatever.
It's like they talked to Batman in hockey. Weird. Washington Nationals outfielder Juan Soto was placed on the 10-day IL with a left shoulder strain. Atlanta Braves What?
I said I feel for him. Stuff hurts.
Braves outfielder Ronald Acuna Jr. is day-to-day with an abdominal strain, and Miami Marlins Sterling Marte landed on the 10-day IL with a non-displaced fracture in his rib. That sounds painful.
Yeah.
If anything else, if the Twins win or lose this game, really doesn't matter a whole heck of a lot. Maybe it might. Still remains true, I believe.
Nope, not true. Not true. They are percentage points above the Tigers. I'm deleting it now.
Either way, though, for a little while, the New York Yankees have had the worst record in baseball.
In the American League.
In the American League, and that makes me happy.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. I mean, they're currently 6-11, sitting in last place in the American League East. They're playing like poop.
Yeah,
lately.
it's not
good. What was it this weekend? I believe it was a Friday game. They were getting beat so badly by the Tampa Bay Rays that the Yankees fans started throwing baseballs and other objects onto the field to protest. Actual baseballs.
And I love the New York newspaper headlines for the sports. Start spreading the booze. BOOS, not BOOZE, as we would do here.
Well, can we spread both?
Well, we can.
I feel like we should spread both.
I like booze.
Yeah.
Yep. Speaking of booze, I need a beer. Give me
Rona?
a latte. I already had a Rona.
Smart call.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were getting booed so badly or beat so badly by the Rays that the 4,500 fans in attendance started throwing objects onto the field, and actually from what it sounds like, they were throwing them in close proximity to the Rays players because the Rays players were on the field when this was happening. So
stay classy, New York Yankees fans.
Yeah.
Maybe the Yankees could sign a few of them.
Well, can they hit? Because I think the biggest problem is the
issue?
Yankees hitting. Like,
I have no idea what their problem is.
They couldn't. I think outside of DJ LeMahieu, I think they can't hit their way out of a wet paper bag right now.
Yeah.
No. I can't make fun of that as a.
I'm quite
Mets
okay
fan,
with it, though. I'm really fun.
Yeah.
I'm really okay with it.
So, question, Rob, you're a New Yorker, so like for me, like when my team gets eliminated, I pick another team to follow, like in the playoffs or whatever. Do you go over to the Yankees in the playoffs, or are you normal and just hate the Yankees all the time?
I'm normal and I hate the Yankees all
Perfect.
the time.
Good answer.
But I don't hate them as much as other people do, just because, I figure, well, I do represent New York as far as my fandom goes, so I don't hate them, but I can completely understand why other people do.
Right, okay.
And I'm fine with them losing. But if they don't, then whatever.
You're
more specific people that I disliked as far as the team in general.
Right.
So, in the mid 2000s, I'd be like, oh, okay, well, I hate A-Rod, or Jeter is annoying, even though he's a great player. And more, I like the fans being sad if their team's doing bad as opposed to the players themselves.
On the subject of Derek Jeter, I'm not even sure I really ever hated him.
Was annoyed.
I
super annoyed.
It just sucked that he always kicked our team's ass, but
yes, and also that he played for so long that he accumulated all these stats. He was a very good player, definitely Hall of Fame worthy, first ballot. I would question that.
Yeah, I think the name and the uniform got him that. He did.
On that he got in.
Real quick fun story: I saw him get out of a limousine in the White Castle parking lot with Jennifer Lopez.
Jeter or A-Rod?
Jeter. This was in the early 2000s.
Wow. Yeah, no,
J-Lo made her way around that roster, huh?
Yep.
Still got plenty of time, too.
I think it was her. It was definitely Jeter. And they were in New York. It was right after a game ended. Huh. I couldn't say for sure it was her, but it was definitely him.
I want to do something baller, like roll up to a White Castle in a limo.
Right? They couldn't go through the drive-thru. But too windy. Car was too big.
Speaking of A-Rod, we're going to have to get used to him.
Yeah.
Jake, you and I as pseudo Timberwolves fans, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not. Whatever, I guess.
So many PED suspensions coming in the NBA.
Paul O'Neill pissed me off, too.
Yeah, Paul.
Because he would argue every single call. Yeah,
he's a dick.
Yes. Beyond that, I like Bernie Williams. They had some guys that were worth
I actually
rooting for.
loved Bernie Williams. Yeah. He was probably one of my favorite players.
I didn't unconditionally hate them.
Mariano Rivera was mine.
You couldn't hate him.
Absolutely love that guy. Wish he played for the Twins. That would have been awesome.
Come out of the bullpen, it's like turn the lights out. The party's over.
It's over.
Except for the Diamondbacks, they kept partying.
Yeah, very true. All right, that's all I had for news. We're gonna throw it over to Rob for Rob's Corner.
Doe indeed. So the Mets, as of yesterday, and I believe still today, are in first place in the National League East, ahead of all those other teams that don't have winning records. Although the Phillies maybe have a 500 record. I'm not sure.
The Mets are in first place by one game at 7-5 over the 9-9 Philadelphia Phillies.
All right, so I was correct on that note. They did lose yesterday in a 3-1 heartbreaker of a game with Taijuan Walker giving up many, many walks and getting thrown out of the game.
A guy named Walker gave up a whole bunch of walks, huh?
Yeah, I would have thought. Well, as my 8-year-old son would say, that umpire's blind. He deserves to be banned from Major League Baseball. That might be an overreaction, but he was getting some calls.
He's fart in your general direction.
Your son's a baseball fan.
Yes,
That's all there is to it.
That's great.
Yeah, the starting pitching has definitely been carrying them so far because other than Brandon Nimmo, nobody is hitting the ball. And,
just wait till your son sees Angel Hernandez or Joe West.
Joe West was umpiring down the third baseline yesterday.
Joe West thinks he's playing. He thinks he's playing
because I knew that because the umpires were pointing at him for, hey, will you back me up on this call? And he'd say, strike 3, Mets, sit down. Whatever. But the starting pitching has definitely been a bright spot with DeGrom and Stroman leading the team. They still haven't even gotten back Carlos Carrasco and Noah Syndergaard. So
that's gonna be scary.
Yeah, if that team can actually hit a ball once in a while, they're gonna be good.
They might not have to. I mean, once
to.
or twice a game might get it done with those guys.
No.
Well, Jacob deGrom would beg to differ, but
that's a fair point.
He did get the win the other day, his last start. Not they did try to blow it, but Mets actually came from behind the inning after he was pulled out.
They've been watching Twins baseball trying to blow things. We definitely know how to blow a game.
Not gonna lie, as much as I hope the Twins are healthy or get healthy, it was kind of refreshing not to watch them blow leads this weekend.
Here's the thing. It's early. It's early still. I think it'll be fine. It's just
very early. I mean, those guys aren't all going to hit under 200.
Right. It's just frustrating right off the bat. But continue, Rob. Go ahead.
All right. Did you see that DeGrom, when he did get the win the other day, his second consecutive strikeout game, he struck out 9 in a row at one point.
Wow.
Not for the first time in his career, but it was one away from tying Tom Seaver's major league record.
That is absolutely crazy.
And currently has a 0.45 ERA. Good Lord, is he fun to watch pitch.
Wait. 0.45
earned run average.
Holy F word.
Holy fudgesicles.
Fudgesicles.
Wow.
The one thing I did not realize, I actually looked up Jacob deGrom. He's 32 years old.
32.
It doesn't feel like he
got a late start. He was minor league shortstop for a while. Just said, hey, I'm just going to decide to become the best pitcher on the planet.
Yeah, that seems to have worked out for him.
He's gotten better every year that he's been in the major leagues, and he has so few innings on that arm.
It seemed to work out for him.
Yeah.
And that'll probably carry over too, because he could probably pitch quite a while because of that. I would think
his goal is to pitch into his 40s, because he has now stated that, and most players won't go out of their way to do this, but he's stated that now Hall of Fame is a goal for him, which I like to hear that from players.
They're
something to shoot for.
Honestly, that should be a goal for every player.
Right.
In every
that's
sport
my point.
Is.
In addition to that, 0.45 ERA, Marcus Stroman's is 0.89.
Oh my God.
When I say that the pitching has carried
he's
them,
terrible.
Yeah, the pitching has carried them. Did you see that play Marcus Stroman made against the Rockies?
Yes.
You saw that one?
Yes, I did.
He a ball was hit directly back at him. He behind the back knocked the ball down. It was a grounder, bounce, or whatever you want to call it. And then as he's falling away from the first base side, throws it. So since he's off balance, it takes about 7 bounces to get to first base as Pete Alonso was stretching and the ball's slowly getting there.
It was about a 50-foot throw, and it rolled for about 25 feet.
So it was just a race between this trickling ball and the runner, and he was out, but it was quite entertaining. And that's all I've got.
Yeah. It was a quick episode today.
I'm looking it up. I want to see it.
Oh, the Stroman play?
Yeah. So, tell me, Rob, how's Lindor coming along? I know that he was struggling a little bit in the beginning of the year.
He's still struggling with the bat, but my goodness, that defense is amazing of him. I mean, the Mets have needed defense for years. I mean, if anybody even watched the 2015 World Series, it hasn't gotten better since then. Ooh. If anything, it's been worse. But that defense is going to help them win some games because, I mean, it already has at this point. Lindor is amazing in the field.
I'm so glad we don't have to see Lindor anymore.
Oh, my God.
The bat will come around, but
it will.
That glove is just amazing to watch.
And the thing, like Jake, we're talking about, like with the Twins bullpen right now, it's early. Baseball is the ultimate law of averages game.
Oh, God, yeah. It's such a long play.
Like, everything will even out to the norm in the end. And, Lindor's a good hitter, a really good hitter. Not, I wouldn't say great hitter by any means, but he's a really good hitter.
Yeah, I'm not worried about him coming around. It'll happen eventually.
Right. And, I mean, who else? You got Nimmo.
Nimmo's been on fire. Something like almost a 500 on-base percentage to this point. I think he had a 24-game on-base streak snapped last night.
Jeez.
Alonso's going to hit home runs. His average is not going to be good.
No
one's expecting that from him. Dom Smith has been as good as he can be.
Right.
Holy crap! What a play!
Yeah. Yeah,
Jeff McNeil's going to get over 300 batting average,
right.
you would imagine. So I mean, they're going to have guys who can hit. James McCann's going to be solid.
Is Conforto going to hit or?
He's showed signs the last game or two of coming out of it. He's been hitting some balls hard that were caught, and then I think yesterday or the game before he had maybe a single and a double. So he'll come around.
He's coming around since
he'd better if he wants that contract.
Yeah, right. Yeah, contract.
Yeah, he's on the last year of his contract, and he has Scott Boras as an agent, so he's going to want to come around.
Oh yeah.
So we spent a little bit of time on that. I want to talk a little bit of Twins since
right.
I mean obviously
let's
do it.
Our team, of course.
Sure.
Twins forever.
So they're frustrating to watch right now.
Even today, right now, the game we have on, it's 10-9, and it is so sloppy.
Yeah, a lot of it.
This is the game that doesn't end.
I don't know, man. A lot of it for me.
This is the game that never ends.
A lot of it for me has been poor pitching all around. Even
yes, Maeda was terrible today.
He was bad today. He looked like he was throwing batting practice. Bullpen's been awful all year. Taylor Rogers came into this game in the 6th inning, and he pitched, I think, through the 8th, giving Colomé a potential blown save opportunity.
Yes.
So,
although I don't think he needed Rogers to set up the blown save opportunity.
Like, what do we got to do, man? Like, we got to wait for the weather to warm up or something.
I'm wondering if that's the case. Like, and I mean, even they started so hot. I mean,
well, the bats started hot.
The bats started hot against the Brewers and even the Tigers. And they got home and had to play Seattle, and it was still pretty good. And then what was that you that sent me that meme or whatever?
That was me. What did I send exactly?
I'll find it here.
But anyway, yeah, the long and the short of it is since that time we have really, really struggled, and Colomé especially right now. I'd hate to see. Actually, I kind of want to see what his ERA is.
Oh, I bet it's not good.
Let's see.
Where did you tag me in it?
Did I see a stat that lefties are hitting like 460 something off him? I mean, I know that's
not great.
Early.
Colomé's ERA right now is a 5.90.
That's not good.
That's not good at all.
I can't seem to find that picture, Jake.
I'll try to find it, but
okay.
I mean,
it was something like the Twins are 1-7.
Oh, I posted on our Facebook page.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the Twins are 1-7 and have been outscored like 78 to something since this moment, and it was when they were up 6-0 on the Mariners.
I'm gonna find it because it's important.
Right.
And you should probably go out and look at this too and like it and whatever else.
Yeah, everybody, Facebook.com.
So since the top of the 6th inning at Target Field against the Seattle Mariners, Twins were up 6-0 in this ball game.
Yep.
They ended up losing that game.
Yep.
Since that moment, the Minnesota Twins are 1-7 and have been outscored 43-12.
Oh my god.
43-12. And that was, of course, before this game started today. But holy crap! Like, why?
That's 1.25 runs per game.
It's not good.
And they're like, yeah, that's not going to win you many games.
No, it won't win you. Yeah,
it'll win you one.
Mm-hmm.
It'll win you one.
1 out of 8, apparently.
Yeah, it's just good enough for the worst team in baseball, probably.
That was the one we beat the Red Sox in, I think, right? Yeah.
Yeah, in that extra inning affair that I had to turn off because they pulled Pineda after 7, and I thought he should have gone 8.
And then Colomé just hits a guy, bottom of the 9th, first batter. Great, super sweet.
Awesome.
But did he try to get out of the way?
He looked like he did.
He did. It hit his jersey.
Looking at my phone, I missed it.
No, he totally tried to get out of the way. See it here. Just grazed his jersey.
Yeah. Hit that
but anyway,
2 on the jersey.
I think I'm kind of sick of talking about the Twins. Let's get into our fantasy baseball challenge.
Let's
what
do
think?
it.
Cool. So, as y'all know, Fantasy Baseball Challenge, we're going through week by week. We are picking at random one player from one division and one position every week. So, the results of last week we did what?
NL Central right fielders.
Thank you. So, with that, I think I had the first pick last week. I took
Yes, you did.
Nick Castellanos.
Why did you have the first pick last week?
Because I had 1 point the previous week.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was the low scorer.
Okay, I was just double checking.
Yeah, I did not do well.
Okay.
And I had 1 point. Okay. So, are you guys satisfied with that?
Yeah. Yeah,
Great.
We're good.
Fantastic. Awesome. So this week I did a little bit better. I did get 6 total points.
Dang.
I know. Castellanos had 2 singles, a homer, 2 runs scored, 2 ribbies, 1 walk, but he did strike out 5 times for a total of 6 points.
Not bad. I think Jeff had pick 2 last week.
Jeff did have pick 2 last week, and he ended up taking Christian Yelich. Yelich actually landed on the IL. So
the day after we made our picks.
So I subbed in the next in line on the depth chart for them, which was Billy McKinney. So for Billy McKinney, he scored 10 total points for Jeff. He had 2 singles, a home run, 3 runs scored, 3 RBIs, a walk, and 3 strikeouts, good for 10 points. The next in line was Rob. Rob picked Jason Hayward from the Chicago Cubs. Got him a total of 5 points. Good job, Rob.
Good job, Rob.
Thank you.
4 more than I scored last week, though.
Yeah.
How many more times than you?
Yeah, shut up.
I believe it's 5 more. 5 times
more.
more than Jake
Great.
scored week
Fantastic. He had 5 points, 2 singles, 2 doubles, 2 runs scored, a walk, and 4 Ks. Good for 5 points.
More importantly, no home runs. The only player out of our 4 to not hit one.
0 home run. That's correct. Way to go, jackass.
Thanks. Glad he didn't hit one yesterday. Not that it would have mattered. Mets still lost.
And then Francis continues his hot streak.
Yeah.
Gregory Polanco for
Hot
the
Francis.
Pittsburgh Pirates. I almost said Penguins.
Yes.
Had 4 total hits. He had 2 singles, 2 home runs, 3 runs scored, 3 RBI, 2 walks, 1 stolen base, and 4 Ks. Good for a score of 15 points. So Francis stays hot. Overall standings after 2 weeks, Francis with a total score of 38. Jeff slides into second at 18. Rob, third place with 17. And I am pulling up the rear with 7. 7 points.
You are the New York Yankees of our league. Currently.
Oh, my God.
Sorry, Detroit Tigers. Is that
And
help you feel
I'm
better?
the normal Yankees of the league?
You're the Los Angeles Dodgers.
You know,
Or what, 14-4?
Yes.
On
Yes,
pace
they
for
are.
126 wins?
crying! There's no crying in baseball!
Why would
it's
we-
only 2 weeks. It'll be fine.
If I'm crying, these are tears of joy right now.
That was more for me.
Oh,
Anyway,
that's fair.
so the draft order for week 3 is going to be Rob, myself, Jeff, and then Francis.
This is
and,
crap. Why I pick last again?
well,
Has it mattered at this point?
you know damn well why.
I want to hear you say it.
Because you're in first place,
Oh,
and you
okay.
scored the most points last week.
Oh,
Is that
okay.
good?
Yeah, I'm
Great.
good. I'm satisfied now. Thank you.
Fantastic. You're welcome.
Why don't you stop talking for a while?
Anyway, week 3 draft order, Rob, Jake, Jeff, Francis. Week 3 this week is going to be AL East center fielders. For those of you who don't know, AL East consists of Baltimore Orioles, Boston Red Sox, New York Yankees, Tampa Bay Rays, and the Toronto Blue Jays. So, with the first pick in week 3 draft, Rob, you are on the clock. Who did you take?
I took Aaron Hicks.
Yes.
Yep.
Thank you.
I did that. That was me.
Oh, I was really concerned I was going to get stuck with Aaron Hicks.
That was me who made that pick because at the time I was in a lot of pain. I had a phone that was at about 5% battery life left, and I picked the shortest name and the only one I'd heard of at that point.
Aaron Hicks.
I'm fine with it. Oh.
I mean, I guess I've heard of Grychuk just because I think he was on the Cubs
The
for a
Twins
while.
are doing their best to make sure that we don't win this game.
Oh, yeah, the guy slid into third there.
Sure did. All right, so next up was me. And so I had the choice of basically any of the other 4 teams. I went with Alex Verdugo from the Boston Red Sox and apparently upset Jeff in the process because he immediately said, F you, Jake, or something like
Yeah,
that. You know.
I honestly expected Verdugo to go first, but knowing Rob's situation, it is what it is.
I had a phone dropped on my area.
Yeah.
On my red touch area, as my kids would call it. I was in pain, I was upset, and my phone about to die. Yes. I said,
Finish him.
I said, fine, Hicks!
But yeah, no, I took Verdugo in hopes that maybe I can crack double digits this coming week. That would be fantastic.
If we're lucky, Verdugo and the Red Sox will slow down a bit.
I'm hoping not.
As a baseball fan.
Oh, well, yes.
That and a fantasy baseball competitor.
You know, I hate you. So there's that.
It's very aggressive.
I think, too, next week, I'm just throwing this out there. We're still going to pick, I think, for next week, even though we're not going to have a show. We're going to pick and keep it going. It'll be fun. So
don't take my pick away from me.
No, God, no. All right.
Sure, I'll come in last again.
So third up was Jeff. He took Randall Grichuk from the Toronto Blue Jays. And Francis, that leaves you.
That left me with Cedric Mullins of the Baltimore Orioles and Manuel Margot of the Tampa Bay Rays. Being in, picking last and getting the leftovers in these drafts
hasn't hurt you yet.
Hasn't hurt me yet. That's because last week I actually had to do my homework. I was picking between Justin Williams of the Cardinals and Gregory Polanco of the Pirates. I literally looked at the starts of their seasons and then who they played in the upcoming week. I did the same thing. And that led me to select Cedric Mullins of the Baltimore Orioles. I believe he's currently batting .355. Has some extra base hits under his belt, so hopefully that'll stay that way for one more week and, expand my lead a bit.
Even if it doesn't, you'll still be in first overall.
I know, but I want to expand.
It's okay. You know what? This is a long play. I'm like the Twins. I suck right now, but it's a long season. I should be able to come back from this. I think I'll be okay.
I hope you're like the 90s Twins who just suck all the time.
Oh, okay.
Punto!
Oh, my God. Stop with the Nick Punto.
I'm going to make a reference to him every episode now.
Oh, man. I thought that was out. Anyway, thank you for joining us for this 8th episode of the Baseball Podcast. We know it was a quick one this week, and that's totally fine. They're not all going to be an hour long. So.
Right.
But be sure, of course, to join us on the Football Podcast next week. We are going live on Thursday, April 29th at 6:30 p.m. Make sure you join us then. For Rob Schnitzer and for Francis Parkman, I am Jake Salter. Thank you for joining us again. Bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.